Hello, and welcome back to Coffee and Conversation with the M Agency. Thank you for returning to see our series. Today we have Belia Paul. She is the founder of a company called A Honu Space. She's a professional organizer and based in Maui, Hawaii. Isn't that wonderful? Hawaii has beautiful sea turtles, and that was what they named them Honu in the Hawaiian language. So, a Honu is a sea turtle that lives in Hawaii and all over the world. Belia, tell us a little bit about what inspired you. We know you as a wonderful chef, and you have changed careers in the last year and gone into the organizing business. So, tell us a little bit about that and what your passion is for that.
Well, as you know, I was a chef, and to be a good chef, you have to have an organized kitchen, which is something that I was able to do. And I enjoyed keeping my kitchen clean and organized. And timing is very important working in the kitchen. So everything needs to be in the right space and place for you to be able to grab it quickly and do what you need to do. So I got out of that business because my grandmother passed away and I needed to change from what I was doing. But what I ended up doing was spending months downsizing her home that she had lived in for 45 years, organizing everything, getting rid of everything, discarding, recycling, reusing, sorting. Right after that, my in-laws also decided to sell their 4-bedroom, 4-bath home that they had lived in for 40 plus years. That was a huge undertaking. And what I learned from both of those experiences is that it's very hard for people to pack up and purge and give up things that are sentimental to them. What is important to them may not seem important to me. And I had to learn that this is their stuff and be respectful of that, the relationships that they have with their things. So I thought about other people that don't have friends and family that have to take on a move, such as a death in the family, downsizing, even upsizing. Your family gets bigger and you have to move from a smaller place into a bigger place. How hard it is on people, especially those that don't have someone to help them. And I thought that there was definitely a need for help in that area.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah, that's amazing. So what have you been doing during this time to continue to move your business forward, since prior to all that's happened, you would go into people's homes and talk to them and work with them and help them with their things? How are you staying in touch with those people and moving your business forward during this time?
Part of what I do with my business is send a lot of encouragement, because this is an emotional process that they have to go through in decluttering, downsizing, sorting, letting go. The thing is that they have a hard time letting go. So there's a lot of encouragement that's needed. There's a lot of self-awareness happening in their life when they're doing this. So I always send out texts and emails and little memes letting them know that I'm behind them, I'm supporting them, I'm keeping them accountable for continuing to do the process of the letting go. So during this time, I'm texting little things here and there, shooting a phone call here and there, possibly posting something that I know is going to hit home specifically on that customer that is going through whatever they're going through. But I can't wait to get back into their homes as well.
That's great, especially right now. On one of our last episodes, someone mentioned that we should be calling it physical distancing instead of social distancing, because we should still reach out like what you're doing and connect, because even that little bit of connection makes a big difference, especially if you're alone at home and don't have support, like you said.
Definitely.
Right. And it's amazing to me, when you talked about your in-laws and your grandmother, it's shocking to see how many people don't have a community or, children or people in their lives that can help them with that. And then it's also nice because you step in as an outsider you know, a lot of people don't want to hear from their son or their, you know, family member. They get defensive. So that's really wonderful that,
Definitely.
yeah, taking those tools and move that forward. So I'd like for show us a trick or something that maybe people can do at home right now to create a Honu space, and you know, maybe something that you've recently done in your home that is, you know, simple enough for other people to do or inspire them.
Yes, that is something that I've been trying to do while I've been home, figure out where I need some decluttering or some organization. And I have a lot of big hats. Obviously, we live here in Hawaii, and I wear big sun-brimmed hats when I go to the beach. But they end up in the trunk of the car or on the back seat or shoved in a closet, and they start getting out of shape, and then I ruin them. So what's the sense of having something and not taking care of it properly, which is a lot of what you see in people's homes. So I decided to try to come up with a solution to fix my hats, and this is what we did.
I love that.
That is fantastic and so inspiring.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I'm really happy with the way that it came out. Sometimes when you have something that needs to be fixed, put away, organized, purged, whatever the case is, the most important thing is you need a system. You need a system that works. So that's what I do when I go into people's homes, is try to create a system for them to keep them organized. You can put all your things in beautiful baskets and containers and bins and label them, and they look all pretty, but if that doesn't work for you, if you're not going to open a bin to get something, or you're not going to open it to put it back, that's not the system that's going to work for you. So hopefully this will be a good solution for me and my hats.
Right, and that's the truth is, you know, you're setting them up for success, but they need to continue down that path and that journey. And just like you said, if it's not done in the way that they're going to continue on, that's really not helpful.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for that great video.
I loved that. We recently went to Panama, and
Yes.
on the way back home, our Panama hats got ruined.
Crushed.
So we needed to store them better, and it would have been perfect to put in that little hat organizer.
Yes.
So now that you're at home, like we all are, we've all had to cut back on, you know, what is an essential item, what isn't. We have to, you know, we're limited on shopping. What has been an essential item for you during this time?
Well, anything regarding the kitchen, of course, has been an essential item for me. And I've been lucky enough to have everything that I need, but I was tired of having coffee every day, and I decided to order some green matcha. And I got this amazing green matcha here on Amazon, and it was in my Nespresso maker, and you can have it, you know, I looked up how does Starbucks make their green matcha tea, and I found the instructions and I followed it, and I love it, and it's my new drink. So this has become essential to me at this time.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers to that, and probably a lot more cost effective than going to Starbucks every day.
Absolutely.
Has there been a brand or business or overall industry that you've been really impressed by how they've adjusted or shifted their business during this time?
Well, in the last 55 days, I really haven't been out much except to go to the grocery store and my local cannabis dispensary. And I have to say that I was greatly impressed with the dispensary and how they are handling the pickups and the ordering of your medicine. You pull up in the driveway, you text them, they come out to get you. You must wear glasses, you must wear gloves and hand sanitizer when you walk in the door. There's no personal contact of any kind, and it runs very smoothly. So that was really good of them to do that. There's a lot of elderly people that go to those kind of places, so that's important. And of course, the grocery stores. Safeway is the biggest one that we use, but we also use some mom and pop ones that went offline for a little while, but when they came back up and running, they have done all the necessary precautions. And I know that's hard for a mom and pop to have to put all those things into place. So, but they're doing a good job at it.
Yeah, I remember living on Maui, and I liked going to the mom and pop stores, but you know, it's a little bit like a third world country sometimes in there. So the cleanliness, I could definitely see that. Belia, what's the name of the dispensary?
Maui Grown Therapies.
Great, thank you for that.
That's great to hear. I think that one of the positives that's come out of all of this is that cannabis businesses have been considered essential and able to remain open. And I think a lot of them have, at least in Washington, Oregon, where we are, they've really adjusted and provided services for, like you said, there's a lot of elderly, there's a lot of people that they need it for medicine, especially right now is a very high anxiety time for all of us. So they've implemented similar things to what you said, curbside pickup. You know, they are limiting the amount of people that can come in the store. So I'm glad to hear that that's happening all over the country and not just where we are. So
yes,
happy to hear that. So thank you. Speaking of supporting businesses, thank you for being on here. How can we support you? Where is your business online? Are you on Facebook, Instagram? What can we do to support you during
I'm on Facebook and try to post my projects, and so that you can see what I do. Once I get back out there, hopefully I'll have a lot more to show you. And I'm in the process now of doing some food prep for people as well, because I do a lot of organizational things, and making small videos of the food prep going on as well. So I'll be throwing those up there soon.
I love all your food videos. We definitely miss your delicious cooking.
We definitely miss that. So that's A Honu Space on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. And Facebook. Is your go-to the Instagram?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for your time, Belia, and we look forward to seeing more of your organization and also your cooking. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Aloha.